Hey everyone, and welcome for another edition of Wrestling News Episode 3. I know it has been a while, so I have some news to discuss. So, let's get on with the show. It says right here, Cena will give title a big boost. Is he or is he not? Time will tell. Okay, Vicky Guerrero surprise announcement that Alberto Del Rio will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against the return of John Cena at the October 27th Hell in a Cell pay-per-view could not be better timing for the WWE, as the SmackDown title has been flowing for far too long. The Real, Dolph Ziggler, and Sheamus, and Daniel Bryan, all very good wrestlers. You're damn right they are. But all did very little to evaluate the title. Cena is the best performer in the world, please, right now. And the belt around his waist will make it legit. Now, I have no problem with this, because the Real did absolutely nothing with the freaking belt, and it is freaking bullshit. The Real is a young guy. No one, this is just my opinion, no one doesn't like him very well because he is freaking boring on the mic. His wrestling skills sucks ass. And, let me rephrase that. His wrestling skills are pretty decent. I like his finishing move. And I guess the thing I don't like, when he first debuted in the WWE, he was heel. He had a little good rivalry with Rey Mysterio when he first debuted, and he had a little feud with Christian, then Edge, or whatever came first, but it doesn't really freaking matter. Then WWE decided, let's make him face, and it was a very, very bad decision in wrestling, actually for WWE. So they decided to put him back to heel. WWE can make their freaking minds up, for crying out loud. Okay, whoever is the world champion in the WWE needs to have one eye on Cena. And this dismiss the idea that there are first starting and second string champions. Many were hoping for RVD to dethrone Del Rio last month, but Cena is positive to get the job done. Yeah, it was very, very thrilling that RVD had a decent run. He was on SmackDown, on Raw. He had great matches on the pay-per-view. SummerSlam, Battleground, and etc. And we all know that he's taking time off, and that is good. We all know that he's going to come back. Hopefully he does. I don't know if he's going to go back to TNA or not. Time will have to tell my wrestling fans out there who's listening. Okay, also, at Hell in a Cell, it will be Daniel Bryan against Randy Orton. Again, for the vacant WWE title. Now, I mentioned this in my other podcasts. I have no problem with the storyline at all. At first, it was something different, but a week after week after week is getting freaking boring. So hopefully it ends at Hell in a Cell. If something happens, like I don't know, if a referee gets involved and turns on and Daniel Bryan. Then it's gonna be like the same thing what happened last year, a fast count, and Punk did a low blow on Ryback, and we all know what happened with that story. But it's a Hell in a Cell. Can it be a screw job? Yes, it can. The only reason it could happen if the referee gets paid off for some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna go through the cage because it's not TV 14. Okay, well, let me see what I left off here. Okay, CM Punk versus Curtis Ask. Sorry, I mispronounced it. Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman in a Hell in a Cell, and a tag team title rematch in which the Shield challenged Cody Rhodes and Goldust. That's kind of gnarly, but I prefer a triple threat match because the Usos still earn the number one sorry, got a little tongue tied. Number one contender title shot a while back, tag team title shot, but I guess WWE don't give a flying shit about them, and they just want to bum them off, and they just want to make just a one-on-one, tag team versus tag team, but whatever. Now my theory on CM Punk versus Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman, the handicap match, I just hopefully it ends at Hell in a Cell. Now this whole storyline kind of sucks ass. It does, because CM Punk needs to be in the main event for the World Belt or the WWE Belt. Most likely for the WWE Belt because he's on Raw. And that's the food chain. That's a show, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of sad that what's going on with freaking Ryback. When he first debuted as Ryback, the character, I had no problem, He'd been kicking ass. I know you're gonna say Team Rai, he was with jobbers at first on a pay-per-view. Yeah, why on a freaking pay-per-view? That should be on a kickoff show or dark match. Nobody wants to see that on a freaking pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? That would make no freaking sense. Usually on pay-per-view is a build-up. Sometimes they like to put the matches at the last minute, and that sucks because it ruins my prediction videos and other people who does wrestling predictions. But WWE, oh my gosh, what the hell is wrong with me? I'm a little tongue-tied again. I gotta take my time. WWE does not give a damn about how the wrestling feel, how we feel in wrestling fans. Not like TNA. TNA gives a damn. That's a good thing about the wrestling fans to mingle and meet the TNA wrestlers. Out of the wrestling world. You know what I'm saying? Before they go to the big stage. You know what I'm saying? Like WrestleMania. I know you could meet the wrestlers at fan access, but you got to pay a lot of money. Same thing for the Bound for Glory trip, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, if you're in the area of wherever you're going, like in San Diego, for example, for tonight, my friends Steven Bridge and Mario met a lot of TNA wrestlers, and TNA wrestlers. Oh my gosh, I forgot what they call for women, but you know what I'm saying. But they met them; they had no problem. Now, if that was WWE's part, if that was WWE's doing, or you know what I'm saying, if this is WrestleMania, you can't get that close to the wrestlers. Only if it's like fan access or something like that. I'm just trying to get what I'm saying. Oh yeah, the knockouts. That's what I'm trying to get out. Trying to get at. So hopefully that whoever's going to TNA Bound for Glory tonight, hopefully have a blast in San Diego. I've never been out there. I heard it's beautiful out there. Okay, and whoever's watching it live on pay-per-view or whatever, how you want to access this program. Okay. What else here? It says Triple H will face the Big Show at Survivor Series. We all know that's gonna come because the way that Big Show went off recently, and I love it. The place went freaking nuts. I discussed that in my last few podcasts. Check it out if you're not uh, heard it already. My podcast. I forget what's the name of it, but that's what I'm gonna say. But Triple H, Big Show at Survivor Series. I know who's gonna win this match. Triple H, hands down. I think Big Show needs it more than Triple H because all the momentum is on Big Show right now. But I guess Triple H is gonna come out of nowhere and just rip off his suit and be the badass like he used to be back in the day and destroy the Big Show and end the feud. Whoopie doo, you know. Okay, pay-per-view in November. And listen to this, wrestling fans. If you know this or may not know this, Rey Mysterio is appearing at the WWE House Show and could be back on TV anytime. Now, my theory on Rey Mysterio, I'm not a big fan of Rey Mysterio. He was freaking awesome in WCW and early of WWE. You know, he had a great run, especially in the WCW. You know, we have some great feuds with rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. He's a great friend. Dean Malenko, all them cruiserweights. Now WWE don't have those anymore because WWE wipe out the cruiserweight division many years ago. And same thing for the freaking belt. I wish they'd bring that back, but WWE don't give a shit about that damn stuff. If they did, they should put those performers on SmackDown and help the SmackDown out big time. My opinion on Rey Mysterio come back anytime, that'd be great, but make it a surprise. Don't put it like on a Raw. Do it like a Rumble. It's coming up before you know it. And all that good stuff. Now, another thing about Rey Mysterio, when he won in 06, the only reason he won it, and a lot of viewers know about this, because Eddie Guerrero died in 05, the fall of 05 in October. If he was not passed away, Rey Mysterio will not win the Rumble, plus he will not win the World Championship at WrestleMania 22. But it's what it is, but he won it again. I know with Fatal 4-Way, what year was that? I think it was it 07? I don't know, but it was a stupid, like a flux, he just fell on Jack Swagger and he picked up the freaking victory. Really, W, really? You want a cruiserweight beat a heavyweight? Come on now. I don't like that, but it's what it is. Plus, I heard that WWE is gonna make an RVD DVD in the works, so that's cool. We're gonna see some new footage when they first come back and all this stuff, and actually hopefully they do it correctly, like the other one they made, One of a Kind, a while back in I think 3 or 2. But hopefully this one will be like a documentary. Probably be on Blu-ray and DVD, and hopefully some awesome artwork. But it's just a rumor I'm hearing on our wrestling websites. Okay. Another thing is, I think this is good news to all the independence fans out there. Colt Cabana is getting a WWE tryout this week, but as a announcer. Oh, that sucks. Damn it. Why they don't put him as a freaking wrestler? Then you could feud with his friend CM Punk. What the hell, WWE? Well, this is just my theory. Maybe, just maybe, he'll have like a little incident. You know how some wrestlers like The Miz or JBL get out of the announcer's position and they wrestle. Maybe, maybe not. Because I like to see Colt Cabana wrestle in the WWE. I don't know if he's older than Punk or younger than Punk. I'm not really too sure, but I like to see those two guys feud or team up before WWE get rid of Colt Cabana. We'll find out. Okay, another news is Kane has finished filming his latest movie and will be back in the ring very soon. Now, the movie is called See No Evil #2. I'm not too sure if it's gonna be strictly to DVD or Blu-ray or it's gonna go on theaters. I don't know, but if it's a good like a preview before, if it's in theaters or DVD version or Blu-ray, I'll pick it up. I picked the first one up. I know you're gonna say Team Rai. I thought you were not a big fan of horror. I'm not horror movies, but if it's something to do with WWE films, I'm all for it. The first one was a great success. Hopefully, I don't know if they're gonna continue the storyline or is it just gonna be a different plot. I'm not really too sure. Probably Tony, my friend Tony, knows it more than I do. The information because he's a big horror fan, scary movies. Okay, check out his stuff out. It's Wrestling Talent. Hopefully, it said his YouTube channel correctly. Okay, now I discussed about Bound for Glory a little bit. Now it says right here, TNA Bound for Glory pay-per-view headlining by Bully Ray versus AJ Styles for the heavyweight championship of the world. Now we all know that Bully Ray came a long way in the wrestling business. He's a former tag team partner with the Dudley Boys. Okay, we all know that. He used to be, Bubba and Devon back in the day, and he went on his own, or actually WWE put it on his own as a hardcore division or heavyweight. That didn't work out very well. I mean, hardcore, right? But I wish he beat Triple H for the world belt, but I guess WWE didn't have no faith in him as a single competitor. But it's what it is, what it is. But I'm so glad that Bully Ray is the current TNA champion or world champion, whatever you want to prefer. I know I don't follow TNA as much. I like the old days, you know what I'm saying? It will never be the same thing for WWE, but I support WWE more than TNA. So is there anything wrong with that? No, there is not. I don't know what's going to happen. I like to see AJ pick up the victory. On the other hand, I like to see Bully Ray pick up the victory. Now, both of you guys are veterans. Now, my friend Matt told me about AJ Styles that he was in WCW for a short time. If you don't believe me, look it up on freaking YouTube. He was a young guy, and thank God WCW did not keep him because I think 1 year later they went out of business. So I guess it worked out for AJ Styles. So it's what is what is. Another thing is about Stinger. I know a lot of people are gonna bash me on this. I made a podcast recently. It says WWE wants Stinger at WrestleMania 30. It's possible. Anything could happen in wrestling business because what's left for him in TNA? Nothing. And you could have more challengers in the WWE. You could have Sting versus Taker, the dream matches of all dream matches. Sting versus Punk, but I heard from reports that Stinger wants to only face Taker. I'm okay with that. Just put him in the Hall of Fame. Make some awesome action figures. Great shirts, and especially put him in a Hall of Fame. I'm not too sure if I said it already. And you can make an awesome documentary of his WCW career and his other independents back in the day, because you can't do TNA because TNA WWE don't have the rights for TNA footage. You know what I'm saying? So any footage WWE could use on Sting, that'd be great. So we'll find out what's gonna happen. I think his contract ends around February. I'm not really too sure, but I heard a lot of reports from a lot of wrestling fans. But tonight is the last night for Sting, and we'll find out if it's legit or something like that. And another thing, speaking of TNA, I guess Hogan had re-signed with TNA. Congratulations to you, Hogan. WWE did not even try to get you back, Hogan. They gave you less money than TNA did. TNA gave you more money than WWE did. What's up with that? I guess WWE don't want Hogan. I guess they really want Sting. But we'll find out what's true or not true. But I'm looking forward to Hell in a Cell. And this will be the last Hell in a Cell pay-per-view until next year. But they're just going to call a match. Hopefully they just use it very rarely like they did in the past. I don't know what's going to replace Hell in a Cell. Hopefully it's a different name. I love the name Battleground. They should keep it next year, but it all depends on the views, who watches it, who attended the event. That's about it, really. I just want to ramble and tell you about what I think about this all information. I think Cody Rhodes and Goldust should still keep the gold for a while. They just won it recently, so don't make any sense to drop the belts right away. But that's all I'm gonna say. Thanks for listening. For Wrestling News episode 3, I think it's episode 3. I'm not really too sure. See you guys on the flip side. This is your friend here, Team Rai. Goodbye for now. And TNA fans, enjoy Bound for Glory. Now, I'm not really too sure when the podcast will be up. It'll be up before you know it. Later, everyone. Goodbye.